Goodbye to YouTube. Happy Saturday to all my hacks out there. Hopefully y'all are having a good day today. Now, before the battle starts, I'm going to say I've actually stabbed up 2 new UU teams and an OU team. So just know I will be bringing you guys some UU and OU battles along with my RU battles that I actually am currently uploading. But yeah, this battle is against Dez1562, I believe. Not sure if he's got a channel or not, but if you do, dude, please leave a comment down below and I'll make sure to leave your channel link in the description. So he's going to be leading off with the Whimsicott, as I'm going to be leading off with my Hitmonchan now. Right off the bat, he decides to go for a taunt. Not really too sure why, maybe fearing that I was a possible substitute or bulk upset, but no. I do go straight for the Ice Punch. Now, depending on min-max, I will be able to KO this Whimsicott or not, and he just barely ends up living the Ice Punch, which will allow him to go for the second Sun Spore. And because he did miss first turn, the random number generator is going to make him paralyze me this turn with the Sun Spore he managed to hit. So next turn, for some reason, I actually go for the Ice Punch instead of going for, I go for the Mach Punch instead of going for the Ice Punch. But then again, Ice Punch would have done nothing to cover Gigas just because they're so damn bulky. So yeah, that play really didn't matter whatsoever. As I switch out to my Whimsicott, and now I see that he is a Calm Mind Coffer Gigas. So my main priority at this time, basically my plan to deal with this thing is to go for a Toxic, then go for Elite Seed, and then go for a taunt on the third turn. Now, I know he's not going to want to go for a second Calm Mind or go for a Rest, just because I do carry the taunt, and if he does decide to go for one of those moves, that'll just be extra Toxic damage and extra Elite Seed recovery for me. So on the third turn, as I said, I am going to go for the taunt, and he's just going to go for a more than likely Hidden Power Fighting and just get rid of my Whimsicott. As this turn, I'm going to switch out to my Clefable. Now, because he is Elite Seeded, I know that this Hidden Power Fighting is not going to be doing anything to me just because of the extra recovery I will be getting from the Cofagrigus. So I can freely go for a Heal Bell without a worry in the world to get the paralysis off of my Hitmonchan, just because I know not having Hitmonchan paralyzed in the long run of the battle will hopefully help me out. So this turn, judging for how much damage the Toxic is racking up, and with Elite Seed, I know I can easily switch out to my Rotom, take the Hidden Power Fighting because it is resisted, or it doesn't affect me, sorry, and he's going to die off from the Toxic. Now, the reason why I knew he was obviously going to go for Hidden Power Fighting was because Shadow Ball can't do anything to me. He was still taunted, which means he couldn't Calm Mind or Rest, so Hidden Power Fighting was the best move for him to do in that situation. As this turn, he does opt to switch out to his Typhlosion. Now, obviously, I have nothing I want to switch in on this thing's max HP stabbed Eruption, so I just leave in my Rotom for Death Fodder, which really does suck, as I get a free switch out to my Hitmonchan. Now, the reason why I went for Fake Out instead of going for Mach Punch was because on the off chance that if he did decide to leave in the Typhlosion, I could get off a Fake Out Mach Punch combo on it. But no, as you saw there, he did switch out to Whimsicott. Unfortunately, he just barely lives, and he gets Elite Seed off as I KO him with the Ice Punch. So he's going to switch back out to Typhlosion. Obviously, I don't want to switch out. As I said earlier, I have nothing that really wants to take an Eruption. So my best bet at this situation is to stay in, go for a Mach Punch, allow him to hit me with the Eruption. Yes, I do have Leech Seed, but I know it's not going to bring him up to a point where he will be at max HP. So second turn, I can go for another Mach Punch, hoping I can live Eruption and the possible Leech Seed. And luckily, I am just going to be able to just barely live, I believe, with under 20 HP. But I know next turn, a Fake Out would, a Mach Punch would not be able to kill him. So my best bet at this point is to switch out to my Alomomola. Hopefully, I can catch the Typhlosion later on in the battle and hit it with a Fake Out and another Mach Punch, as that Eruption does absolutely nothing. Oh my god. Why didn't I just switch into Alomomola now looking back at it? Whatever, hindsight, it's just hindsight at this point. So I'm just going to go for a Scald, and luckily I managed to burn the Magneton, which is just great. So next turn, if he is a choice set, I can go for the Protect Scata, what he wants to lock himself into. But he actually ends up going for the Substitute. Not really too sure why. He's burned, so that's just going to help me out in the long run. But this turn, I know the Thunderbolt is very obvious, so I'm going to switch out into my Clefable because she is a special wall on my team, and he gets the 10% paralysis. But you know what, that's fine. I can go for 2 soft boils, then go for a Heal Bell and just soft bowl it up again when he dies off to the burn damage, right? No, he ends up critting me. So he got the 10% paralysis, and then he crits me. Really? Either I have bad luck or Clefable is bad luck. But this turn, I know, judging for how much damage the burn is doing, he's going to die off. So I can just switch out to Alomomola and just go for a Protect, which means Magneton, which hacks out my Clefable, is now gone. So he goes out to Mana Buzz. I guess just want to either go for a Toxic or the Taunt. So I'm actually going to switch out into my Uxie. hoping he will go for the Toxic so I could get a Toxic of my own off on it. But no, he actually goes for the Taunt, and since Psychic is my only offensive move, I am going to be forced to switch out into my Alomomola as he does go for the Toxic. Now, on hindsight, what I should have done was switched out into my Hitmonchan to take the Toxic. But I was thinking that I need my Hitmonchan to go for a fake out Mach Punch on the Typhlosion later on in the battle. But as you'll see, that actually does not end up happening, because this turn I do go for fake out. And me, being the idiot that I am, did not see that he got leftovers before me, and I did not see I got leftovers after him. So I'm actually going to stay and go for Ice Punch thinking, hey, I outspeed Mandibuzz, right? No, he just KOs me with the Brave Bird. But yeah, this turn I can get a free switch out into my Uxie, knowing that I am faster than Mandibuzz. I can freely just go for a Toxic, which means I can hopefully Toxic stall this thing later on in the battle. And he actually opts to go for the Taunt. Oh, sorry, I had some mucus stuck on my head. Like, whatever. But yeah, I know he's just going to go for the Taunt. This turn, the Toxic is very, very obvious, because why would you not want to Toxic me? But I'm thinking because I keep switching out and that I'm not going for U-turn, he probably thinks I don't have any offensive moves. So this turn, I mean, right here, I'm just going to speed this part up because it's just basically me scalding this Mandibuzz over and over again. Now, if you're wondering why he's not switching out, it's because his last Pokemon is a Feraligatr, which if I had Rotom, I could deal with Mandibuzz and Feraligatr, but that's besides the point. But I'm pretty sure he's not switching out to Feraligatr just because he is fearing the burn. Now, that and Feraligatr really can't do anything to Alomomola. So this turn he's actually just going to go for a last ditch effort to get some damage off of my Uxie and go for the suicidal Brave Bird, and now he's just going to die off to the to the Toxic as he goes out to Feraligatr. Now because I am still taunted, the only thing I can really do is go for Psychic, but this is where actually having Psychic over U-turn really helps me out because I can get some extra damage on the Feraligatr. Now here he's going for a second Dragon Dance, not really too sure why, but I'm actually going to go for the Stealth Rocks. Now I'll go into detail later on in the battle on why getting Stealth Rocks up this turn was very, very crucial. So he's going to go for a third Dragon Dance. I guess he thinks that my Uxie is max defense, max HP, but because I had spent Feraligatr first turn, he should have known that I'm more of a speedy set instead of a bulky set, but you know what, whatever. It's not really that big of a deal at this point as he goes for a fourth Dragon Dance. Oh my god. This thing is at +4 with more than likely Life Orb, and I just knocked him down into Torrent range. So my Uxie is about to get raped by Feraligatr. There's nothing I can do about this. But luckily, because he does have the Life Orb, he's actually going to die off from the recoil from that and the Toxic. And now it's down to his Typhlosion and it's down to my Alomomola. So basically my last chance at this point is to live a Hidden Power Grass and then hopefully KO with the Scald as he goes for the Hidden Power Grass. And do I live? Do I live? Come on, Alomomola. I do live with 8 HP. Go for the Scald, and thanks to the rocks, I actually managed to knock him down to a point where I am able to KO him. Now, I actually ran a count before I started narrating the battle. If I had not got those rocks up, Feraligatr would have lived the Scald, and then I would have died off to the Toxic, because Scald from Alomomola to Typhlosion is around 40% max, I believe, and 34% min. So yeah, he was around 49% HP, so he would have lived with 9% at most, and then, as I said, I would have just died off to the Toxic. So yeah, very good game, D's. The like button is down there, guys, and the subscriber button is up there. If this is the first battle you have seen from me, feel free to click that and to click the like button, and also leave a comment, guys. If you want. You don't have to, but I do like reading your guys' comment. And with that, I'm sorry I keep rambling after my videos. I'm out of here, guys. Later.